Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, we're over here in New Albany at Legacy Pizza and Bakery. Got my partner in crime, Ryan, with me. Jay's doing the filming today. But before we get started, a little shout out to my sponsor, Wholesale Mortgage Source. Brian Curl's the broker. So just let me say, the housing prices are down these days. So if you're renting an apartment, a house, now is the time to go ahead and shop for your new home. Brian at Mortgage Wholesale Source will make sure that you get the best deal because he shops out to other wholesale mortgage lenders. So let him take a big wet bite, double snapping turtle bite out of your monthly payment, and give him a call at 738-1003. And don't forget to tell him Goodall's Country Kitchen. So we're here to review Legacy Pizza and Bakery today. I saw them on WDRB, I don't know, about 3 or 4 months ago. They were running a weekly ad for them on there. And then also had a good credible source, which I'll reveal her name later if this pans out as good as she says it did. I'll go ahead and tell you all who she is later. But anyway, Ryan, do you know anything about this place?
You know, I don't. I looked at the menu though, and it looks delicious.
Okay, well, we were actually going to do another place today, kind of like the last time. Things happened, didn't work out, so we end up here. But you know, I like it sometimes. We end up with that serendipity where we wanted to go one place, had to go to another, and it ends up being better than the one we're going to do before. But anyway, they bake their own fresh bread here. I have seen that they got good ratings, and I love this old building here. You see the front there, this building probably dates back before 1850. And just to get a little geography, we're directly across the street from New Albany High School. So if you know your way around New Albany, that'll give you a good geographical landmark to know where you're going. All right, enough of the chit chat. Let's go in and see what we can get in here. All right, I want to go ahead and show you around the place, do a little grand tour. And you can see this place. I was talking to the owner. She said it dates back 1850s, just like I thought. And it looks like it was originally built as a business, probably some kind of old mercantile, something like that. You see here the bakery part I was talking about. The fresh breads, they bake daily, and when they run out, they run out. So the earlier you get here, the more likely you are to get your choice of the bread you like. Good looking stuff here. Oh yeah, that's a big fat loaf. I could see some good fat sandwiches being made out of that. And of course, these big 2-foot long hoagie buns and poppy seed hot dog buns. I think I'm gonna be getting some of those to go. Make me a big Chicago hot dog. See back there, the kitchen in the back. They have a side door for carry out and bakery items. Yeah, it's a really cool old place. I like the tall ceilings, and you see the ornate tiling on the ceilings that dates back 1800s. And moving along, back here into the back, look at these tall windows. You see that with the drop ceiling there, that the ceilings here were probably, I would say by the length of those windows, probably 15-foot ceilings. And I like the brick walls. I love that atmosphere of the exposed brick. And yeah, this is the back dining room. Nice and quiet back here. Original hardwood floors. I just love old, quaint buildings. Makes the atmosphere a lot more inviting. And this, first of all, another thing, this place is as clean as a pin. And that's another thing I like about it. Very inviting.
All right, we've ordered our food and it'll be out here shortly.
Yeah, also, look at these cherry peppers that they sell here. I might have to get a jar of those to go too. The more I see, the more I think I'm taking home with me. And also, I'm going to be telling you more about their desserts, but they make homemade cheesecakes and things like that. Ryan, what else did they say on the desserts? Did you pay attention to that?
Cannolis. Actually, what all they got there? I know cannolis, cheesecake. It's on the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Cookies, brownies. And I think most of that stuff is
Bread pudding.
made here.
Yeah.
They bake here.
The server, she said that everything is homemade. Everything, literally. The bread on the sandwiches, even the vegetables are locally purchased and chopped by hand, nothing frozen. All right, so we got appetizer, I got my salad, and one thing you don't see very often is this green goddess dressing. You don't see that in restaurants much. But speaking of the fresh, crispy, cool salad, I was saying they outsource to a lot of local, fresh vegetables. Look at these cherry tomatoes there. They got the yellow and red, and the cherry pepper and fresh cucumber, and it looks like romaine lettuce. This looks very fresh. You know, I like a lot of dressing, and it looks like a 4-ounce cup, so they're not stingy with the dressing at all, that's for sure. I didn't even ask for extra. So, too much is my motto. All right, let me try this out. That is so good. And let me tell you, it is homemade. I said all of their dressings aren't homemade, but the Green Goddess is made in-house. All right, Ryan, what do you got there?
What we got here is the bacon jam pizzatizer. Bacon jam, cheese, a little tomato. Looks like some fresh cheese in there, some freshly.
Feta, yeah, that's feta. I saw that on the menu. And it's a balsamic drizzle on there also.
Piece over there for you.
And you got a side of those cherry peppers I was showing y'all in those jars over there. I'm going to try one of these while I'm waiting here.
A piece here for me.
All right. And that crust, you can tell, that's freshly homemade, hand spun. Got a good undercarriage there to it.
Looks like I'm in trouble.
That's a good choice you made there. That is good. Yeah, that crust is good and airy. It looks kind of thick, but it's not. It's really kind of light.
Man, that is advertiser. Couldn't ask for better.
Top notch. And the cheese, there's no doubt that's 100% whole milk mozzarella. All right, I'm loving everything we've got so far. We'll be back in just a minute and start getting into a lot more food. All right, so I started off with my appetizer. I got a stromboli, which this is not a stromboli that we're used to around here. This is East Coast stromboli. It's got salami, ham, and beef, and it says on the menu, tons of mozzarella cheese. And it's got some kind of yellow mustard in it, which I guess that's an East Coast thing too. But anyway, this is the small for $13. They said that the large is 2 of these. So being that we got a pizza over here that we're gonna dig into in just a second, I had to get the small, but this probably is enough to feed a normal sized family. Oh, and the mozzarella, or the marinara on the side. Yep, definitely real mozzarella. Imitation mozzarella doesn't string out like that. And by the way, probably 95% of the pizza places around Louisville use imitation mozzarella. So let's don't get it twisted. Mmm.
Crispy word.
That is so tasty. They're not stingy with the toppings, that's for sure. And that crust, their pizza crust is unbelievably good.
I can smell that over here, man.
I'll stack this up against anybody's pizza crust, or pizza in town for that matter.
I'm just going to add from behind the camera that this looks like Italian food that I remember from the Northeast. Being up around New York, it looks a lot like what you get up there.
Cool. And Jay, you're from Connecticut, so he would know, believe me. All right, Ryan, go ahead and start describing and digging into yours.
So I got me a calzone. Looks like it's got a lot of ricotta, a lot of mozzarella. I ordered mine. It's up to 3 toppings with spinach, chicken, and onion. Did that because our waitress said that she doesn't eat red meat, so I thought, well, I could try something that she might go for. And she'd tell me if it wasn't good, and she said good. I also got the marinara. Damn, excuse me, sorry. Get me to say that. That's good. Got that mozzarella pull. Not much more to say other than what I did say. And said try to keep it kid friendly, but it slipped.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
So
anyway,
definitely worth it. Definitely better than what you get in most places. So
look at that cheese just oozing out of this stromboli. All right, we'll be back in just a minute, and we're going to start in on our pizza. Be right back. All right, so moving along, I got the pepperoni, sausage, onion, and mushroom. That's pretty much me and my wife's standard. Ryan said he liked that too. So let's go ahead and start. Review there, Ryan. Oh yeah. Look at that cheesy goodness. Oh, well, I got about a 3-foot pull of cheese there. I ain't even taken a bite, and I already know that this is delicious. And this is New York style, by the way. And being that I got so many toppings, it is just got a slight flop to it, but the undercarriage is cooked perfect. Let me get this first bite here. Mmm. 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 This is incredible. Ryan, go ahead, man, while you're taking your bite.
I do want to say, I noticed that the mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, they're not that canned. Some places try to spawn off, and I like that. I'm gonna wind up wearing this like I have everything else I've been eating.
Don't be scared. Do that triple snapping turtle bite on it.
That's real deal. That's not your standard pizza. That's
Heck
real
no.
deal.
I'm gonna tell you right now, folks. If this place was in Louisville, I mean, it's just across the bridge, just a short trip, 20 minutes from Middletown. But I can guarantee you, if this was in the East End Louisville, this would definitely be my go-to pizza place. But actually, I think it's gonna be my go-to pizza place anyway. It's just a 20-minute drive, so if I wanna get the real deal, I'm coming here.
How would you describe the sauce? I know you can come up with a good description. Seems like good tang.
It's zesty, but a slight sweetness, little tanginess to it. And, but the crust, that's the game changer, and the cheese.
Mm.
It's, it's incredible. Ryan, go ahead, man, while you're taking your bite. I do want to say, I noticed that the mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, they're not that canned. Some places try to spawn off, and I like that. Everything about it's great. The
Fresh
toppings are
toppings.
quality. The sausage, good and zesty sausage. Can't say enough about it. All right, we're gonna work on some and then we're gonna come back and talk some more about it. And they have the homemade desserts here. So we're gonna be getting into that too. Be back in just a minute. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this pizza. Now that it's not as hot, you know, it's not as floppy. See? Holds up good. But when you get a pizza that's fresh out of the oven, if you don't let it set up for a few minutes, it's gonna be a little floppy. All right, let me get a bite of this crust. You see that good crust there? I'll tell you what, I am really impressed. I want to find out where this family learned to make pizza, because this is incredible. That's just the only word I can say for it. Incredible. Ryan, you got anything you want to add on the pizza?
Well, I know we probably won't see this day at Portnoy or in the New Albany area. Might want to come check this place out. Legacy Pizza.
Definitely. All right. We're going to work some more on this stuff. We got a ton of food. Kind of pan around there, Jay, if you could. There's so much food. I'm going to be taking a lot home, I can see. But I can't get out of here without getting desserts, because they're all homemade, and definitely going to be showing some of that. Be back in just a minute. Okay, I got the honor of getting to watch the plating of this dessert. And this is their homemade cheesecake. She's getting me a piece of there, which, by the way, I'm not a huge cheesecake fan, but that's what our server recommended. So I'm gonna go with what the Romans do and try what they like. Oh, I love watching the plating, the presentation. Look at that caramel drizzle. What is that? Chocolate?
Brownies.
Oh, brownies. Okay, and what's this one called?
It is a caramel brownie cheesecake.
Caramel brownie cheesecake. And it looks good and fattening, but you all know how I like it. All right, be back in just a second. We're going to show you another. Moving along, now we're going to show their homemade cannoli. Crust is made in-house, and then what do you fill it with there, sir?
It's a mixture of ricotta, candied orange, vanilla, and elderflower syrup.
Okay. This is the behind the scenes, in the trenches, up close and personal look of how the professionals do it. And what'd you just do there?
Dipped it in chocolate chips.
Wow, I might have to steal some of Ryan's cannoli. And then finished it off with some powdered sugar.
Real simple.
All right, if that isn't just one of the most fattening looking things on earth, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so you saw the grand presentation of the plating. Now let's see the finished product. I'm gonna let Ryan go first, because he's the one with the cannoli. Oh, and that looks so good. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
You cut me
Have
off
at it.
a slab here so that way you can have some. Well,
There,
a little bit
there you
of
go.
chop there.
Boy, he got the good fat end too, with all that chocolate.
Wait for it. As Chris Farley would say, holy cannoli. That is unreal. And
Come on.
wow.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Perfect, creamy.
All right, I can't stand it anymore, Ryan. I gotta get this little end piece here.
Nice and crunchy. Crispy shell.
Oh, let me go ahead.
Make you shout. He might even eat this and get up to a little jig.
with you. And tears in my eyes. So good. I tell you what, I know we're right across the bridge in Albany. Y'all definitely need to get over and check this spot out. Unbelievable. All right. Now we're going to check out this cheesecake brownie, fudge brownie, I think they called it. And as I said, I'm not even a cheesecake fan at all, but this just looks so good. Mm-hmm. And that caramel drizzle on there, let me get a little bit of that. Mmm. I tell you what, I'd be a cheesecake fan if I could get this all the time. I bet the Cheesecake Factory ain't got nothing like this. All right, we're gonna work on this. And my kids, when my children see this, they're gonna be mad as hornets because I didn't bring any of this stuff home for them. But sorry, Mary McKenzie, your dad's just too fat to bring leftovers home. Be back in just a minute. All right, as you saw, everything was dynamite, fantastic. I got leftovers here. My leftover pizza and stromboli. That's probably 5 pounds of leftovers. And by the way, the pizza was only $22 for that 4-topping pizza. And as I told you, the stromboli was $13. And that cheesecake, $6. Cannolis were $4. You can come here and easily get out of here with your family for under 40 bucks. You know, and eat several pounds of food. Anyway, what'd you think about it, Ryan?
I think it's pinpoint delicious. I mean, the toppings were fresh on the pizza. Everything was fresh on everything. Really, the cheese was gooey. And the waitress was very good, very friendly. No complaints.
All right. And I spoke to the owner. She was just as accommodating as she could be. I appreciate all the help that the staff gave us. The presentation on those desserts was top notch. And what about you, Jay? You got anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it was pretty authentic. It looked like something that I saw back home when I lived in the Northeast.
All right.
Yep.
So you East Coast transplants, take it from one of your own right there. Definitely a place you want to come check out. All right, so with that said, y'all don't know nothing about this Legacy Pizza and Bakery. All right, so I'm on my way back, headed home, and I forgot to give credit where credit was due. Don Kimberly is the one that gave me the recommendation to go over there. She's been beating on me lately, sending me pictures of how good looking the food is. So yep, gotta give Dawn the credit. Dawn did it again. She's batting about 5 for 5 on recommendations with me. So thank you, Dawn. We'll see you.
Now you know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.